do not. Thank you very much. No, General, I want the full attention of the chair so that we will not misappropriate ammunition. He's the chairman of military, so I need to be careful with him.
We can give you some if you want.
Sir, I'm very impressed with your level of articulation and follow your events here and there. You are resourceful, you have all the ideas and initiative and drive. But this issue, you know, it was discussed at another forum. Because you talk about the need for more money to reinvest. Now, that means if the margin, namely the cost of production vis-a-vis selling price, now you benchmark $35, which is not your decision anyway, as you said in another committee. I know that in the MTF, that was the figure that was used, and it's at best I'll call it guesswork, because I mean it'll be relatively constant, plus minus 2% degree of fluctuations over the period. Specifically on that, General Abdul Salam, oil price dropped to $9 a barrel. I'm sure you remember. Then my brother was the GMD of NNPC. And Jackson. When the oil price dropped to $9, NNPC told us that they are now making a small margin of about $4 a barrel, net cost of production. So, given that I'm talking in dollar terms, what has changed for the cost of production to increase from about $5 to $25, and in some cases more than $30, depending on where you are producing from? Because Nigeria is still the same country. Like the chairman said, not a few people believe that the cost of production in Nigeria is over-invoiced by the OICs. And I listened attentively to your choice of word. You say you're monitoring. To monitor is not to effect. Just like election observers. What you see or what you think you have seen. So, beyond monitoring, which is not the same thing as supervision, and ensuring that what the IOCs claim is real. Is that within your brief? Because unless we deal with this issue, you know, even when we increase production, they will all find an argument to further increase the cost of production. And I know that it is as part of the measure, Mr. Chairman, to check this issue of cost. That is why you used to have, I don't know what part of the system they are now. These, my friend, you are from Delta, you should know it, accountant. The arm that handles procurement. Because not a few Nigerians believe that, particularly where we have the joint ventures, when the multinationals want to procure something that is $100, Nigeria government share of that would be about $60. And so they can choose to invoice it at $200. So that Nigeria more than pay 100% plus a margin. So they make profit even from the procurement, even though they are supposed to pick up 40% of it based on the joint venture agreement. Would you like to enlighten people like us on this? Because unless we get some of these things right, our whole budget is a problem. Lastly, Chair, this is fundamental. I was going to ask the MD, were you consulted by the Ministry of Finance with regards to where we are in relation to daily quota, production? Because for us to craft a budget on the basis of 2.06 million barrels a day, I'm taking it from you right now, and people are celebrating it. I asked the question elsewhere. I'm not sure I got the answer correctly, but it's much clearer here now.
You must be involved.
You are now at 1.7. If we are at 1.7, what informed the decision to base our estimated production at 2%? With all the miracles you are working on, none of them will translate overnight to fill that 250 or 350 barrel deficit. As a matter of fact, it's also possible that we can wake up tomorrow and hear that some bad boys are do something here and there, and that can even drop. So if that happens, how do we fund the 2025 budget with regards to what is coming from the oil sector?